morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. Welcome back to the beta plans. We return to play another little bit of Hearthstone. And as I noticed that for my teeny tiny channel, the Jade Rogue video actually got quite a bit of attention. I thought, you know what? Let's do that a little bit more. Let's make some decks that are not very meta there, but might give you an idea, or you might just give you a chuckle at how dumb they are. So we're gonna go with that again, and we're going to make the most impressive old gun there is. So I reckon that many of you would think, oh, that's gonna be a 30-30 Cavoon deck. Hello, Ares. But no, it's not a 30-30 Cavoon deck, but it is a little bit like that. Because, well, Cavoon just got himself a little bit of a new layer. And that is made entirely of Jade. I'm gonna go with a Jade Cavoon deck. In a sense, it has a bit of a feeling perhaps like, well, the Aviana Kuhn Cavoon deck, or the Aviana Kuhn Malagos deck, but I don't all these legendaries. In fact, those are very expensive decks. But I'm gonna go with a very heavy Jade deck, but unfortunately without Arya Blackwall, because I still don't own her. But with Cavoon in there, and 2 Arcane Giants. So, for the early game, I'm trying to mainly remove stuff. I'm trying to give a Raven Idol some more spells, Living Roots, to make the Arcane Giants very cheap. And I actually have one Gadget and Auctioneer in here to make a use of a lot of card cycles. Does it actually work? Actually, I fought Reno Mage, and they were able to cast 2 times Reno, and I still won. So yes, actually it can work. Does it work against aggro? Whew, well, then you really need the early ramp, because otherwise you're going to be in a little bit of a problem. Because this deck doesn't have early game. It starts from 4 mana upwards where the minions come in. But well, we'll have to see how good we can make this work.
Versus Rexar.
Certainly against a crazy cat, but because you know when they are driven into a corner, you are in a bit of a problem. Holy heck, and it's a hunter that's gold. It's not the best opening, but I've kept actually Jade Spirit because I kind of want to have some Jade build-up. Living Roots is very nice for your early game removal or opening, so I'm quite okay with that. In fact, let's first Raven Idol and discover a spell. Oh, Wildgrove. Yes, we'll pick that. Because ramping up is pretty darn good in this deck. A lot of early minions. I don't like to do this, but
Job's done.
we need the mana. We might see my pretty face getting a little bit mangled by this hunter. There's already 6 damage on the board if he uses his hero power. Aww. Aww. I almost had the feeling like this should be a 2-0 and this is 0-2. Which is impossible, I know, but this one looks a little more menacing than this one. Yowza, and that too. Not a fan, I say. If I do this, he could definitely... Well... Guess it's swiped. To prevent the damage. I rather would have done Jade Spirit, but I think we're gonna go with that, and we have a proper turn 5 play in Azure Drake. Yeah, that's pretty okay. I'm not against that. There we go. And how cheap is Arcane Giant right now? 9 only. We definitely need to cast a few more spells. But that is another big threat. We actually have quite a few big threats, but we also have quite a bit of ramp, but we haven't drawn into it yet. We could actually, if we played this, kill this, hit it with my hero power, do 1 damage. We could definitely make something there, but on the other hand, we could also start our Jade Golem stuff.
I wonder.
It's a bit of a hard decision. I think I'm gonna go with this. Killing that already. And hitting this, so that we can set up for a swipe. Even if they get... Yeah, well, I can understand that. You killed it. Congratulations. And there is our next Jade. Ooh. Nasty to get against us. Certainly because we don't have any additional stuff anymore. How to play. I don't want to play the Wild Growth because it would be kind of pointless in a sense.
I wonder.
But I actually am going to get rid of it this way. I wish I could get away of the hyena because with one frickin' I should have actually hit the hyena. I'm just realizing if he Hound Masters it right now, it gets +2/+2 health.
Beasts obey me.
Oh. And yes, unfortunately we could not remove it. That isn't too bad of a beast for it to get. There's a Jade Blossom. If I cast this, it costs... Yeah, I can do this. There is our Arcane Giant. A little addition to the Jade Druid, and we unfortunately haven't drawn yet our Cthulhu cards, but soon we can draw extra and, well, we'll see where we go. Unfortunately also haven't drawn our Gadgetzan Auctioneer just yet. We'll have to see. And we are, of course, dangerously closing into that big, dangerous turn of Hunter with their Cold Wild. Nourish. Yes, please. Draw 3 cards. There's a Jade Spirit. There is a Cthulhu card. There is Auctioneer. I'm gonna throw down you. Because that's a 4/4, which will work wonders. Do I want to hit face? Do I want to kill something? I don't want to kill the 1/1 because that will just get a 3/2, and I can't kill that now in this way. But I could make it 3/1/1, so I think I'll go with this. There we go. Makes it currently, unless he has how's that card called again? Kill Command. He can kill the Arcane Giant, but he can't kill the entire board very easily. It's going to be somewhat difficult. Call of the Wild is going to hurt us though. Well, there's a Carrion Grub, that's at least not a Call of the Wild. If only Cthulhu was a wee bit stronger, but...
I got the best deals anywhere.
Time for card draw. Ooh. This could be fun.
do that.
What do we want to do with this? We could kill him, and he has more 1/1s on the board. But that doesn't really damage his economy, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of this guy.
Time waits for no one.
Oh, there's a Dark Arakoa.
The better to eat you. For the wild.
There we go. Now, he could kill me. There is actually a possibility for that. But we definitely just put down a lot of power on the board. We still have a Jade Blossom for another Jade. We have... Ooh, triggers death effect, alright. You leave up my Gadgetzan Auctioneer.
I can see.
And there we go. We had a taunt in our hands in the Dark Arakoa. We've done it. Let us go and see if we can do this again. Once again, the problem of this deck though is early game. There is very little early gaming. You saw that I used every spell I had just to remove the board so that we could slowly build it up ourselves. And you saw what this Gadgetzan Auctioneer turn did. Now this Gadgetzan Auctioneer turn becomes even better with Jade Idol because it's a 1-mana spell in which you can shuffle decks. Now if you have Fandral, I would say included because I have Raven Idol works well with Fandral, Living Roots works well with Fandral, Jade Idol works well with Fandral, Nurse works well with Fandral, but I just don't have Fandral. I don't have only a Black Paw also. If I had those cards, I would remove probably the Jade Spirits, because Fandral is a free 5 for 4 mana, which is the equal, at least it's on the same mana curve as... I have here a Pirate Warrior possibly. Hey, I'm gonna go and discover a spell and try to find an answer already for possibly Pirate Warrior. Oh, Troll... That would kill a possible Frothling Berserker, but do I really think it's worth it? The other one would be Moonblade Portal. I rather had I wish I had Starfire if this is a Pirate Warrior. Because this one will come too late to help me with Pirate Warrior. This might get ourselves a taunt. Iffy. But, what was I saying? Yeah, then I would remove the Jade Spirits, put in Fandral, and I would then put Arya Blackpaw. There is then an even higher mana curve, but there is actually quite a bit of ramp in this deck. So there's always a good chance that you would be capable of doing this. Okay, coining out. Alright. And... not sure about this, but alright. Do I want to? Do I want to dilute my deck right now with Jade Idol? I'm casting this, but I'm not sure. I could put one on the board, but... then I could rather do 2/1/1s, you know? But 2/1/1s, one will definitely be taken out by Patches, and the other one will be taken out, and then if it's a small-time Buccaneer, I can't remove it, and I really would want to remove the small-time Buccaneer. I'm actually going to do this.
Job's done.
Keep my cards. Keep him guessing.
X marks the spot.
But he is definitely Pirate Warrior. Alright. That's gonna hurt. Guess I'm gonna have to kill this. Take a huge blow to my face. Alright.
X marks the spot.
Too big. Too big right now. Not very good if he has a Throttling Berserker though, because they are also 4 health, so yowza.
For the war chief!
A swipe. Pretty good. But this person that I'm facing, Jax, apparently doesn't have patches like I don't have patches, so I'm kinda happy for that. Otherwise I would have been taking 3 more damage or what have you not. So yeah, I'm kinda okay with this. Ooh, a damaging one. I'm kinda happy I took Moonglade Portal. It's gonna give you some health back. So what could kill me? A combination of a weapon plus... Yeah, a few things could kill me. Combination of a weapon plus heroic strike like it just did, but I feel obligated to go this way.
For the wild.
It's Pirate Warrior. It's an aggressive deck, as I already said. This deck is not good against aggressive. I'll have to see. Next turn could be just a Moonglade Portal plus some idols trying to... I have to shovel one. But yeah, ooh. Now the 2/1/1 chargers? No. Well, I'm not done yet, but it's getting dangerous. Ooh, like that a lot. But if I do this, I could remove this, but oh, this is tricky. I'm gonna go with this because I could be dead to...
I don't like this place.
Void Crusher, what are you doing here? Destroy a random minion for each player. If I inspire, which means if I use my hero power. I don't want that, man! Get out of here! Well, let's get a 1/1 Jade. And let's get out of here. Moonglade Portal certainly did... Cursed Blade! Double all damage dealt to the hero. That's kinda awesome. Now we need to see what we can do. I could do 3 mana, but that won't kill him just yet. I say we nourish for an answer. We don't have much of an answer anymore though. Ooh, Raven Idol could give us an answer. There is also another really good answer. 7 mana, 7... We need to shuffle this. I need to wait this for the next turn, so I can't do much of that. That means that we...
Void calls.
6 mana, I would die if I don't kill this guy. If we could find Mulch. Mulch would be the awesome spell to find. Mulch. Thank you, RNG gods. And he takes now a whopping amount of damage. Unless he can kill me this turn, which could happen, don't get me wrong. It's Pirate Warrior, definitely could. Otherwise we have lethal damage on the board.
Don't worry, loves, the cavalry's here.
We win. We win, but we're not going to tell him until the very end. I want to make him suffer.
Deals anywhere.
He's got the best deals anywhere. Now, we gotta be careful. We always gotta have 2 mana for our spell here. For our Wrath. 2 mana, so we can only cast this once more. And then all of a sudden we're going to say we're gonna do 3 damage to you. And we'll say, Pirate Warrior, what are you doing? You are dead. Thank you to his inclusion of a legendary that gives a random weapon. I could have been dead. This deck is not good against aggressive, but we won, so let's try just one more time and give you a proper feeling of this deck. This was, by all accounts, a lucky match for my side. This had nothing to do with skill. I mean, perhaps a wee little bit in the last things, how I saw how I tried to get mulch. That was kind of smart, but the rest of it, luck. Are we gonna have another Pirate Warrior? That's gonna be a bit boring if that is. I hope this is Control Warrior. Which I don't think it's gonna, which can't mill me thanks to Jade Idol, so do I really want the answer right now? Do I want Jade Idol right now? I don't need it. I'm actually gonna, should have kept either that or that, not both of them. Oh well. Discovering the spell again, it becomes boring, it's always been our start. Savage Roar, no, Power of the Wild will work this time around. Just to have a 3-2 on the board to contest something if need be.
Are you my master?
No, it is Typhoon Warrior. Can get a lot of armor, Typhoon Warrior, that's what it's good at, so this will contest. Typhoon Warrior can get a lot of armor, can get a lot of work done, and will damage you in the end. But there is a chance to do something here. He doesn't take the trade. Let's punish this. Actually. I think this is more of a punishment than throwing down Jade Blossom. We'll try to get Jade Blossom in there, don't get me wrong, but...
Do you hear its call?
Okay, we need to take care of that.
Listen closely.
Swipe. There we go. The point was he didn't trade with me. And he is a slow kind of deck, to be honest. So it's kind of weird that he doesn't want to trade. Well, that is perfect by me. Shouldn't have done it this way. Should have hero powered, then do the 2 damage, but then again we wouldn't have been able to play anything else, so... It's a bit iffy. I admit, but he has already gotten his Typhoon over 10, and he is going all in on this big ass Typhoon. Well, let's go. He is going for a huge Typhoon, and he can get Emperor Veclor. I reckon he will probably have to get 2 nice full 6. He is already armoring up. But now he can also do Slam, Shield Slam, which at first he wasn't able to do, which was a bit of a disadvantage that I had here. Which could destroy immediately. It's Slam, it's not Shield Slam just yet. He draws an extra card, he could still Shield Slam it, he doesn't. I could swipe it, but I think that is a bit of a waste of a resource. It would work well together with Jade Blossom, though. Yeah, but there are going to be other targets that I would really want to swipe. It's a bit out of order, but... let's do it like this. Oh, Gorehell. Yeah, that's gonna kill a lot of my stuff, but that is why it's so good that I am a Jade Druid as well. Because that's going to give me tons of cards later on. Inner Vein, there is a shuffling already. There's a lot of stuff here already. Let's ramp up one more time. And our giant already cost 5-5. And he can't kill that with this thing. So currently, I'm just gonna let it be.
of
Soul begins now. There it is. Twin Emperor Veclor. Twin Emperor? Emperor, sorry. Jade Behemoth. He has 5. He can't kill this anymore. It's pretty interesting. Let's throw that out. Full 4 as well. Did we already play one of these? I'm not sure. I don't think I want to thin my deck down just yet. That will work. There we go. At least one Emperor already gone. Actually, did I do the right one? No, I should have killed this one. Because if he somehow is capable of making a copy of one of the two, then this one can call up the other. There is a shield slam. Yeah, buddy, the Behemoth is too much health for you to kill instantly, so that's pretty good for me. And he is tanking up. Well, actually, he's not tanking up yet. He hasn't played the card that really allows him to tank up, but there we go. Really wish we had, and I'm going to try and go for it, had on Gadgetzan Auctioneer. That is Cthulhu. That's not the one I want, and I'm not sure if he knows already that I actually am a Cthulhu deck. Have we already played a card of this? He has 4 health, he would survive. I'm gonna summon a Jade Golem. I'm gonna give him some things to contend with, and we're gonna keep the inner veins for hopefully a nice Gadgetzan Auctioneer turn. That is the idea. I hope it will work. Because he also used his 2 shield slams already. Well, there is a damage. That's probably gonna mean there's gonna come an executor out here. Yep. But I needed some threats. What I could do is play Cthulhu and resummon him later. Because I actually have, of course, I built in the 8 mana card that resummons Cthulhu. Now, that won't be a huge threat, a 6/6 Cthulhu, not at all, but it probably can clear, and then we can just keep on bashing into him. This is a gameplay where this is going to be very slow. He has 13 cards, I have 12. I have 12 cards. Cthulhu Warrior is a slow deck, and we're going to have to see what we can do with it. Alright, he attacks. Takes 5 damage. Oh, there is my first Cthulhu card.
For the wild.
In that case, I'm just gonna take this attack. And this is a little bit harder to kill because it has Divine Shield. And we're starting to actually wear down his Gorehowl.
Who knows what secrets will uncover? Caffeine shelters us.
But there is his 20 armor gain.
Minions will abandon you.
Darn it! Not the card that we want! Keep getting the wrong one. But there is our 6/6 again. To, well, contest that card over there.
For the wild.
But having said that, of course, we are running into a little bit the issue that, well, he can trade one more time off favorably for him. So, whatever he's going to kill, if I were him, I will probably take this out, take out this, and then I don't have anything to trade in for 6 health on his side. So, but perhaps he might do something else. We'll have to see. Ooh, also not a bad card, because if he executes this, I am in serious doo-doo. We really need the Gadgetzan Auctioneer here. Oh, Sylvanas. She can take over a card. That could be annoying, to say the least. There is a Jade Blossom 7/7 though. But I think I'm gonna go that route. I don't want to throw down Cthulhu because she can take it over. Then he can take it over with her. So I'm gonna have to do this. And play it like this. So now he could kill his Savannas and take over my 7/7, but the 7/7 will then only have 2 health, and then I could Cthulhu in order to try and kill it. That is the idea here. But he has more cards than I have right now. I'm top decking, and I'm desperately searching for that Gadget and Auctioneer, and I hope I didn't do it wrong with my Jade Idols. Alright. There's a Raven Idol. I'm gonna throw down Cthulhu. Voila! 8/8. Not a very big card right now, but it is a threat nonetheless, and his 7/2 is gone. Alright, annoying because unfortunately we cannot, but he cannot execute it right now. So we're going to have to kill Emperor Forson, that is a definite. And there we have another threat anyways. Man, Gadgets and Auctioneer is going to become a danger to us because, well, we're not going to shovel through our deck if we have idols still left, and I think we had. I think I'm gonna go for a minion in order to have more threats. And something that could... Ooh, definitely.
Pay attention, class.
Give that minion a turn.
This minion... Here, whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. If we can get our Gadgets and Auctioneer, if we can get him, this will be awesome. Oh man, lucky. He just has enough mana. Because if we can get our Gadgets and Auctioneers, we can get a lot of Violet students. Dark Arakoa.
For the wild.
But he's also digging for his Cthulhu.
Construction begins.
So, but his Cthulhu is way bigger than mine, and I didn't search for mulch. Which I should have done, I realized, because now if he plays his Cthulhu, I think we're dead. Yeah, I did that wrong. I should have played for mulch. That would have been at least a way to... Well, win, so to speak. The other way to do that is by getting so much value out of the Jade cards with Auctioneer that there's enough health that we can survive this. Holy heck, where the heck is my Auctioneer? Well, at least we're gonna get some Violet Teachers.
I'm ready to learn.
There's a Jade Idol. We have to shovel that in our deck, though. We have to. Because otherwise we have no way to win after that anymore. So, it depends a little bit. He probably has Cthulhu already in his hand, so I'm probably already effed. And then he might just be playing with me. I don't know. We'll have to see. There is his Cthulhu. There is Gadgets and Auctioneer.
Best deals anywhere.
This is not funny. Because we are dead. It comes too late. I don't think we have any answer left in our deck. There is one more.
I'm out of cards.
And there is the Doom Caller. It wouldn't have mattered. I know I should have shoveled it in, but it doesn't matter because we have the issue that we, well, have no answer to Cthulhu. I should have bought mulch. The idea, however, it had to do also, of course, with the fact that I, well,
Well played.
wanted an answer
For the
for
wild.
tried to get with the fire teacher and had to wait so long before I finally got the auctioneer. Well, that was a fun gameplay. I might have won if I had played that a little smarter, tried with the Raven Idol to get mulch. And if you're wondering why don't you have mulch in your deck, I don't own mulch. One of the cards that I would love to own. But yeah, then I would have had an answer, and there is my answer for getting back Caffoon. I got him way too late, couldn't get a nice big Caffoon back, and I didn't get the answer. But the other games were nice, and I'm definitely hope that you enjoyed this match. You can win. You saw how many Jades I just made, and I could have done that endlessly, because I could have put it back into the deck. And then the Gadget and Auctioneer would have pulled it again, I could have pulled it out. That is a bit of the disadvantage of having only one Gadget and Auctioneer in it. It was like one of the last cards that I pulled from my deck. And it came just too late, but also his Caffoon came late. Perhaps I shouldn't have gone with the Violet Teacher, actually I'm kind of sure of that I shouldn't have done that. And should have just gone with an answer. If I had Mulch, I could have survived, and I probably would have won, because I would have mulched him, got rid of the Caffoon, and that would have also drawn cards from the Auctioneer. So, perhaps, quite possibly, I made a mistake. On the other hand, not playing it there, we needed the means to put on the pressure, in my opinion, and I just hoped I would have pulled Auctioneer, because I kept those two Innervates, and if I had only with one Auctioneer drawn earlier, I had two Innervates, I would have created two 1/1s, could have shoveled the other card of the Golden Decks into it, and then whichever card I pulled out of it, because then the Auctioneer came earlier, we had more cards to draw, and it wouldn't have been a spell, it would have been okay with all the Violet Teachers students going there and attacking, and then we would have had possibly a chance. We didn't, unfortunately. I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.